I don't care if you've got one leg. I want to see you hopping in the gym. If you can't get to the gym, I want to see you hopping at home. If you've got one arm, if you've got one broken arm, I want to see you with dumbbells with one arm like this. I want you to video it and send it to me. Evening and welcome back to Fozzie DTE channel and part 4 of the Road to Financial Freedom. Now in the past I've had a huge problem, and I'm guessing if you're watching this video that it's actually very similar to a problem that you're having, whereas you're not consistently hitting your goals, and then you ask yourself every single year why. It might be a new car that you want, it might be money that you want, it might be more time with your family, it might be to travel more. It doesn't matter what this goal is, but what actually does matter is the fact that we break down the actionable steps of how we get there. In this, I'm going to use the metaphor of money, because money makes the world go around and we all want more of it. And if you don't want more of it, I can guarantee you want more of something, whether that be time, possessions, love, the girlfriend that you've been thinking about getting for the last 3 years but you still haven't asked her out. This is essentially a breakdown of how you can hit any goal, actually hit it in 2025. Okay, so picture yourself in this position. You're here, this is you. This over here is your goal. So you've got you yourself, you've got the goal you want to hit, and then this space in between, in the middle, is the part that people don't seem to understand. And then they'll get a little bit, they'll give up, and then they'll get a little bit, and they'll wait till New Year's Day to start their next resolution, to start the cycle all over again. And then when the next New Year's Day comes, they realise they're still in the same position and they haven't hit those goals that they've been trying to get for this whole time. Now, there is 8 specific steps that I've got here. So picture you're here and this is your goal. The bit that people fail to understand and to action is the actionable steps that are in between you and where your goal is. And you've got to physically do these little actions to get it. You'd think this would be obvious, but I swear to God it's not, and there's more to it. So if there's somewhere you want to be, something that you want in life, and you want to get off your arse and fucking get it, then this is where we take action. Not about motivation. This is not about me trying to be a cool person. This is about action. And I'm going to tell you how I've absolutely smashed some of my goals, and I want you guys to use the same formula. It's basically a compilation of all different YouTubers and all different content and all different gurus and seminars that I've entered. And it's an 8-point program, which is going to break down all different details from all of those and put it all in 8 simple steps for you to follow to hit a goal in 2025. So if you're here and your goal's here, step 1, and this has got to be step 1, is to get very, very, very familiar with where you actually are now. And don't lie to yourself. You've got to break it down. You've got to say, this is where I am, this is who I am. This is the respect I get from people. This is what I drive. This is what I wear. You might not like some of these things, and some of these things might actually be harsh truths, but you've got to get very familiar and you've got to be honest with yourself. Do not lie to yourself. Be very, very, very honest of who you are right now at this moment. Write it down on a piece of paper. Draw a picture of yourself if you have to, but you've got to understand where you are. Because if you tell yourself and you lie to yourself in your mind and you lie to the people around you, you speak things into existence, and if you speak false things into existence, you will never grow because you're not actually being honest with yourself of where you actually are right now. And that is step 1. Step 2 is to become very, 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 very specific about what it is that you actually want. Now, I don't want you to say what I said at the start of this video. I don't want you to say, I want a new car, a new house, a new girlfriend, more money in the bank. I want to hit 1 million in 10 years. I want 10k passive income coming in. I want this, that, this, that, this, that. Because what you'll do is you'll oversaturate yourself and there'll be way too much that you're actually going for. We've got to hyper focus in on what we actually want. Let me use my goal that I'm currently working towards for an example. So my current goal is to make £5,000 per month after tax coming in consistently every single month by December. So that is in 9 months, and we're going to come to the timeline of it later, but that's my goal, and I know exactly what I want and nothing else around it matters. I will still make time for family, still do this, still do that, I still go to my job, I'll still do everything that I need to do, but every single moment of my waking hours, if I'm awake, I'm working, and I'm working towards one goal, and everything I do is going to work to that goal. Because imagine you get that, then all of a sudden all your other goals start coming together as well. So make sure that your goal is achievable, and make sure that you know exactly what it is. I want you to write it on big letters on the wall, on the board, whiteboards, post-it notes, wherever you want to write it. I want you to write it. I want you to get very, very, very familiar with it. I want you to wake up every morning and say it to yourself. I want you to brush your teeth and say it to yourself. I want you to have a shower and say it to yourself. I want you to eat food and say it to yourself. I want you to be the person who achieves that goal. Does he ever not turn up for work? Does he make excuses? Then you've got your starting point. You've got where you are now and you've got where you want to be. Now, there's a million things that you can do to hit a goal, but I'll tell you what will hinder you more than any of those things, more than doing the wrong thing, more than wasting time, more than having too many goals. You've got to think. Step 3, think about what is holding you back. Distractions. Are you scrolling on TikTok? Are you meeting up with friends that you don't really like? Have you outgrown some of your friends? Are you dumbing yourself down for other people? Did you not ask for that promotion? Did you not give it your all? Did you wake up late? Did you skip your alarm? Did you eat shitty food? What did you do that stops you? And if you be dead honest with yourself, you'll know what it is. Did you gamble? Did you go to the casino? Did you log on Pornhub 3 times in one day? What did you do? Get very, very, very familiar with it. I think I had 20 things on my list. I want you to write a list of 20 things that are stopping you from being where you want to be in life. Because if I asked you 1, you'd struggle. If I asked you 10, you might struggle. But if you write 20, you'll stop thinking about the specifics too much. And you'll think, okay, scrolled TikTok. Okay, went out with my mates when I could have been working. Okay, I skipped my alarm. Okay, I did this, I did that. And break it actually all down, because those single things, as we think of them, they don't make a massive impact. But when you add them all up and you've got 20 things holding you back and you're doing a bit here, a bit there and a bit there, this is one of the main reasons why you're not hitting it. And I want you to click and cure your brain. I want you to cut every single one of them out. It's time to get regimented. Do we actually want this goal or not? Because if you don't, click off this video. If you do, it's about time that we hit them. The next step, make sure that your goal hits a specific timeline. I don't want to see you making goals that's next week. It's too soon. You will not get any results by then. I also don't want to see you making a goal that's 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 10 years. It's good to have a 5-year plan and a 10-year plan and even a 2-year plan and a 1-year plan. That is all good. Things can change between now and then. We need actionable goals. Cut out the distractions, actionable goals, but it's got to be a decent timeline. So I want you to set yourself a timeline of 6 to 9 months. If you're starting this right now, then your target should be Christmas or New Year's Day. Because most people start on New Year's Day. We're going to achieve it on New Year's Day. And then New Year's Day can be our next goal and our next thing. But you'll notice as you get closer, you'll probably achieve it a hell of a lot before then. I set myself 9 months to achieve like 5 goals and I've hit 3 of them already. It's the action. It's the discipline. It's getting up and making it happen. Who are you? Are you someone who deserves this? Do you deserve to get what you want? Because I know I fucking couldn't sleep at night. I could not sleep at night knowing that what I deserved was not in my hands, was not in my power. The respect I deserved wasn't in my power. The money I deserved wasn't in my pocket. I've woken up, honestly, every night for the past 4 nights because I cannot sleep because there's things out there that I want. And when I'm sleeping, I'm not getting them. And I bet you feel the same. Maybe your goal at the beginning was you want a new car. That's doable by Christmas for any single person on this planet. I don't even care what car it is. If you want it enough, you can get it in 9 months. Anything in this world that you want, you can get in 9 months. Unless you want to be the Olympic champion. Which brings me to my next point. What do I need now? What is the most important thing that I need now? Think about it. Right. So we're hyper-focused about where we are now. We're hyper-focused about where we want to be. We know the actioned timeline of how long it's going to take us to get there. Miraculously, guess what the next process is? We need to figure out the actionable steps that we take towards when we get there. Now, this takes discipline. This takes getting up in the morning. This takes going to the gym almost every day or doing a workout every day so your mind is thinking clearly. It takes eating right. It takes sleeping right. Who are you? Are you the person who deserves this goal? Because you cannot do those things that are holding you back. When I talk about actionable steps, we need 3 kinds of actionable steps. 3 kinds. We need daily actionable steps. Now, this can be something like make sure you work out every day. make sure you eat well, make sure you avoid sugar, make sure you dress well, make sure you smell nice, make sure you shower every day, make sure you work on the one thing that's going to get you where you need to be. Make sure you make at least £1 a day. I don't know what it's going to be, but your daily things should be the small stuff that are the opposite of what was holding you back. If you're in a similar position as me, you've probably been pissing your life up the wall for 10 years, and then you're like, well, I've spent 10 years fucking about, I can spend 9 months dialed in. So we've got our daily actionable steps, and that's the small stuff, because believe me, over a period of 6 to 9 months, they add up. Next, we need our weekly actionable steps. So the small stuff's daily, but weekly, we've got to think a little bit bigger. So one of my weekly actionable steps was to not waste 1 hour in a week, was to follow a schedule perfectly, was to wake up at the same time every day, was to go to sleep at a reasonable time every day. To follow a schedule, you've got to think of the week as a whole. Because if you don't waste an hour in a day and you feel like you've been really productive and you go back to the same old shit the next day, you haven't got anywhere. Think of it on a weekly basis. So mine was don't waste an hour in a week. And when you look back at a week on Sunday night and you can see that you have not wasted 1 hour that week and you've clearly got written out everything that you've achieved, it feels fucking good. You'll get a dopamine hit better than any gambling, any drinking, any smoking, anything. I would highly advise you to get a table, a schedule, Excel sheet like I do. It doesn't matter what it is, and put along the top Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Put what time you're going to wake up. Put your alarm on there. Put when you're going to eat, when you're going to sleep, when you're going to work out, because you better be working out or you're not going to hit this goal. I want to see you in the gym because you better be going to the gym. I don't care if you've got one leg. I want to see you hopping in the gym. If you can't get to the gym, I want to see you hopping at home. If you've got one arm, if you've got one broken arm, I want to see you with dumbbells with one arm like this. I want you to video it and send it to me, because this is what it takes. A healthy body is a healthy mind. Feed it right. And I want this to be on your table. I want it to be on your schedule. I want you to be regimented. I don't want to hear about work-life balance. When you're awake, you're working. And don't get me wrong, time with your family, time with your children, time with your son, time with your friends, this is work. But make sure you're building good relationships. You're actually spending that time, and you've actually, delegated that time to be able to use it for what it's actually there for. I've done it before. I've had 3 days in a row where 6 hours of that day has been family time, family time, family time. I know that's my family time, and I spend it with my family. I spend it with my son, and I make sure that I'm active and I'm present when I'm there. Like, don't feel guilty for trying to improve your life. There's something that I heard from a guy called Alex Hormozi. I've mentioned him on this channel before, and he says everyone will say you're an idiot. You'll look like an idiot when when you're trying your best and people are laughing at you. You'll look like an idiot. But when you get where you need to be, they'll be the idiot for ever doubting you. And that is a powerful saying. A powerful saying. Now you've got your weekly goals. You know your schedule. You know what you should be achieving every week. You haven't wasted an hour. You've done what needs to be done. You've delegated the right time to every single thing. You haven't thought work-life balance. You haven't thought, I finish work at 5 o'clock and then I'm really tired, so I have to sit down and watch Coronation Street. No, that is not going to get you to your goals. Create, don't consume. Lastly, we want the monthly actionable steps. Think of a maths equation. All right, if you've got 6 to 9 months and you know your goal, divide that goal by 9. Or do it like a rising graph. So month 1, I want to have earned £500 a month. Month 2, 700. Month 3, 1,000. Because you're not just going to click your fingers and suddenly get £5,000. You've got to slowly increment and get there. This is genuinely what you need to do to get where you need to be. And I want to go back to daily actionable steps. I want you to set up tomorrow, today. Every single investment you make in yourself, you're learning and advancing your skills and moving forward in the world to be a better person. Every day you learn, you become cleverer. When you're cleverer, you get more skills. When you get more skills, you increase what's called your intrinsic value in the market. Your intrinsic value in the market means the price that you put on your own head. So if you're working in a warehouse, getting minimum wage, £11.40 an hour and doing a 12-hour shift, you intrinsically put the value of £11.40 in big bold letters on the top of your head. You need to tell yourself that you're worth more than that. What you've got to do is say, I am worth this much. Cut out the crap, bam, 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 get it away, shake it off, get it away from your mind, away from your head, and tell yourself how much you are worth, and tie that in perfectly with the goal that you're aiming for. Do not settle. Never settle for less than you know you're worth. Step 6, and this is the same guy that I spoke about earlier, Alex Hormozi. So there's a few different creators that have gone into this content, but he is one of my favorites, and he does $250 million a year for a company called Acquisition.com. He's been a driving force in me becoming better and understanding the knowledge of the world and how the world works a hell of a lot more. And he's got similar videos like this hitting goals. There's also Ali Abdaal. There's also Andrew Tate. He's a polarizing figure that some people like and some people hate. He's like Marmite. But if you listen to his things on actually getting shit done, he's good. However, Alex Hormozi says, think about the 3 main reasons why you might fail. Now, this works in business, it works with goals, it works in any part of life. Anything you want to achieve in life, think about the 3 main reasons you might fail and flip that on its head. If there's 1, it makes your job really fucking easy. But if there's 3, all you have to do is flip it on its head. And that will be the North Star of how you win. Flip it on its head. So say, for example, if my goal is to earn £5,000 in passive online income by December and have it coming in after tax, and the main reason I might fail is because I do not work on it every single day. I've mentioned this in my last video. I don't want to repeat myself, but my North Star way of winning is work on it every single day. You haven't really got a goal if you don't work on it every day. If you're busy, fine, delegate your time, but you better be doing twice as much tomorrow. Flip why you would fail on its head, and that is how you win. You can create your own reality like that by clicking your fingers, and my reality could change tomorrow if I wanted it to, but your reality has to match your goal. Talk about what you want to everybody. And then you'll soon notice who's got your back and who's in your corner and who isn't. Because if they put you down and say, oh, you just do that. Oh, you've only been doing it 5 minutes. Oh, you'll never do that. Oh, yeah, see you in the pub next week. Or, oh, yeah. And they put you down about it, then you will very quickly know who's got your back and who hasn't. Start talking about what you really want in life and the actionable steps that you're going to take. And the weeds will weed themselves out. Trust me. And the second to last step, never give up. That's why we've set a realistic timeline. That's why we've set a realistic goal. We're going for 6 to 9 months with a realistic goal. We're going to work on it every day with weekly, monthly, and daily actionable steps. We're cutting out the things that are bad for us. We're scheduling our time. We're not wasting an hour. We're speaking to the right people. We're speaking it into existence. We are absolutely crushing every part of the actionable steps that's going to get us to where we need to be. You can relate this to anything, but especially money, and especially if you want to earn more. Discipline. Never give up. Be a man or a woman who does what they say they're going to do. And if you have a bad day, be honest about it. Say, look, I had a bad day. I'm pulling myself back. This is where I went wrong. I analysed it and I thought about where I actually went wrong, and I internalised it, and then I wrote down why that happened. I learned from my mistake and I made sure it didn't happen again. Then the next day you improve, and that's how you learn. That's how you advance your skills. That's how you increase your intrinsic value in the marketplace. You can get there, man. You can get there. You can get there, and I know you can. I know you can get there. Don't give up. And the last step, rinse and repeat. When you get to Christmas, when you get to New Year's Day and you've hit your goal, you'll feel elated. That will be the most natural source of dopamine you've ever had in your life, because you said you were going to do something and you did it. You were the person you said you were going to be. Then you'll garner respect from people. And all you do on New Year's Day, when everyone else has been fucking fingering their own bumholes all year, going, I'll wait for New Year's Day. When they're starting, you're finishing, baby. And then you just set your next goal. But don't set it for the year. Remember, 6 to 9 months. Set yourself up, tell yourself what you're going to achieve, and make it twice as big, twice as bad as the last goal, and keep rinsing and keep repeating. Tell people about your wins. Don't brag, because if you feel like you're bragging, you're probably around the wrong people. Tell your people about your wins. Every day. Never shut up about it. I want you to be talking about your goals and talking about your wins. You've got to create positivity, and you'll soon weed out the weeds, and you'll be spending your time with winners. And that is how you hit a goal in 2025. Let's go, baby.